Hi guys. In this episode, we'll try to find why a client's car is consuming too much fuel. Enjoy the video. A client came to our workshop with a car that has high fuel consumption. It has suddenly doubled. He had already been to another service center and replaced many parts, but the problem still persists. Let's take a look at what the client has already done and which parts were replaced. Mass airflow sensor, throttle position sensor, spark plugs, Lambda sensor, engine coolant temperature sensor, thermostat. First, let's warm up the engine to idle, then diagnose the car and take a look at the live data. As we can see, there are no error codes. Now let's check the live data. Upon closer inspection, several parameters were found to be out of the normal range. The first one is the voltage of the oxygen sensor, also known as the Lambda sensor. When combustion is normal, the sensor voltage fluctuates between about 0.1 and 0.9 volts. In our case, the oxygen sensor voltage fluctuates between 0.81 and 0.91 volts, indicating a rich air-fuel mixture. The second parameter is the MAF sensor. In this case, both the air mass flow and the sensor voltage are significantly higher than expected at idle, approximately double. At an idle speed of approximately 650 rpm, the mass airflow and sensor voltage should be within this range. The third unusual parameter is the engine coolant temperature too. A reading of -40 degrees Celsius usually means the coolant temperature sensor circuit is open. In other words, either the sensor has failed, the wiring is damaged, the connector is unplugged, or the sensor is simply not present in the system. To fix this, let's quickly check the engine wiring diagram. After checking the wiring diagram, it's clear, this engine uses two coolant temperature sensors. One monitors the inlet, and the other tracks the outlet temperature. In our case, the engine inlet temperature sensor was faulty. After replacing it, the combustion process stabilized, the engine data returned to normal, and fuel consumption dropped back to its proper level. Now here's the interesting part. If one temperature sensor shows a normal value while the other reads -40 degrees, the engine control unit interprets this as a fault, typically an open circuit or a failed sensor. When that happens, the engine control unit switches to a cold start strategy, enriching the fuel mixture as if the engine were still cold. And that's exactly what causes increased fuel consumption and those unusual data readings. Always check how many coolant temperature sensors your car has. Look at the wiring diagram and the manual. It can save you from misdiagnosis. Thank you for watching. See you.